లాంచ్ అవని అవ్వని నిన్న ఎన్ని నొక్కమంటే రాత్రి అసలు చూసే
నా స్క్రీన్ షేర్ అవుతుంది.
Hey, good afternoon. We are waiting for Purushottam sir to join, and I think we have faculties who have joined. Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon,
Good afternoon, sir.
madam.
We are waiting for sir to join.
And one more update: we have a YouTube live also now happening. We'll share the link in the Zoom. You can ask
Okay.
your students to join there also because this will give 100 students and 100 after 100 students, we can't allow them. So they can join directly in YouTube also, madam.
Yeah. Just send me the link, sir. I'll forward it to
Yeah.
class in charges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uma or Laukik, can you share the YouTube link? Laukik, can you share the YouTube link quickly?
Yes, sir. I'm
Laukik.
sharing.
Laukik, share the link with the faculties also. Rajni, madam, we have shared the YouTube link now
Okay, sir.
in the Zoom window
Okay.
and share it with all your uh, classrooms representatives or in charges so that they can join.
Okay, sir. I'll forward it to you.
Sir is joining, madam.
Just checking, sir.
Yeah.
So house number. సార్ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నాడు సార్. జస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం ఉందంట. ఒక 2 minutes వెయిట్ చేయండి.
అది గ్రూప్ లో పోస్ట్ చేశారంట, మనం చూద్దాం ఉండండి అమ్మా, అన్ని ఫిక్స్ చేద్దాం ఉండండి, నేను వస్తాను, ఫిక్స్ చేద్దాం. మేడం సార్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారా మేడం?
సార్ కి కనెక్ట్ అవ్వట్లేదంట సార్, అదే ట్రై చేస్తున్నారు.
మ్మ్.
ఏమో 100 పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ అయిపోయారు, ఇంక జాయిన్ అవటానికి లేదు కదా.
అవును. అదే అందుకే ముందే సార్ జాయిన్ అయిపోయింటే సరిపోయేది.
ఓకే ఓకే.
మ్మ్. సో
ఒక 2 minutes సార్, నేను సార్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్తాను.
మ్మ్.
సార్ అక్కడి నుంచి స్టార్ట్ చేసేస్తారు.
అంటే స్టార్ట్ చేయాలంటే ఒకరు ఎవరైనా రిమూవ్ అయితేనే స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది ఇక్కడ.
సార్ ఇంట్రడక్షన్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తానన్నారు సార్, నేను స్టార్ట్ చేస్తా ప్రోగ్రామ్. వెల్కమ్ అడ్రస్ సార్ ఇస్తా అన్నారు.
మ్మ్. అంటే ఒకటే సిస్టమ్ యూస్ చేస్తారా ఇద్దరు?
అంతే కదా సార్ ఇప్పుడు మరి.
సరే మేడం, వీఆర్ వెయిటింగ్. ఒకటే సిస్టమ్ యూస్ చేసేయండి మేడం.
ఆ, ఆ.
Okay, Madam Purushottam sir has joined.
సార్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు.
Okay.
సార్ జాయిన్ అయ్యారు సార్.
Yeah. We'll start, madam.
Yeah, we'll start, sir. Can you unmute sir, mic and video?
Yeah. What is the name, madam?
Dr. Purushothaman. You can see here in.
Yes, sir.
Laukik, can you make Dr. Purushottam sir as co-host?
Yes, sir. Sir is co-host now. I don't.
Okay. Madam, sir can unmute.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sir, good afternoon. Sir, good afternoon.
Let us unmute, sir.
Yeah, sir.
Sir,
Sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon. We can
నా
go ahead,
voice
sir.
రాలేదు. వస్తుందా? Mujib sir,
Sir, good afternoon. I'm able to
Mujib
hear
sir,
you. I'm able to hear you, sir.
good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. We'll start, sir.
Yeah.
Somewhat problem is there in net connection actually. That's why we are unable to connect in time actually.
Yeah,
So
sir.
now we can start, sir.
Yeah, sir. We'll start, sir.
Okay, sir. Rajani
Yeah.
madam,
Yeah, sir.
yes. Let-
Oh, good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to this special webinar on Career Launchpad, Master Your Resume, LinkedIn and Job Strategies, organized by Kerala Pharmacy College in collaboration with Clinosol Research. So we are very happy to have students, faculty and industry experts joining us today. This session is very surely helpful, help you all in shaping your career path. To officially begin today's session, I now take the honor of inviting our respected principal, sir, Dr. M. Purushothaman, sir, to deliver the welcome address. Sir, we kindly request you to begin the session with your welcome address. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. So, bye, sir. Okay. So, very good afternoon to all of you who have joined in this session. Actually, we have planned this webinar session in previously, and some of the reason why we have somewhat postponed. So today we have started. I am very much thankful to Mujib sir. We have a very close association with Mujib sir for the past 10 years, and sir is doing a wonderful job for the pharmacy profession. Actually, myself and sir went to Goa also for the one conferences, and there also sir has given a wonderful lecture and motivating the students for the career guidance. So I am requesting all the participants kindly listen the sir lectures and how to prepare the resume and the other guidance which is going to given by the Mujib sir. So I thank you, sir, in this occasion, and also I thank your co-founder Uma ma'am and other speakers for the today's session. And I am requesting all the teaching faculties and the students kindly listen the session carefully and followed by the instruction which is given by the organizers and go for the test and give your feedback and according to the guidance which is given. So kindly follow it. And this will be very useful session and for your future. I am requesting all the students to participate effectively in this session. I thank you, sir, and I welcome you all for this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, sir. Now I would like to call Dr. C.R. Akila, madam, head of the Department for Pharmacy Practice. Now I like her to introduce about introduction about the speaker. Ma, welcome.
Welcome, sir. Good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. C.R. Akila, Department of Pharmacology, Kerala Pharmacy College. It is my privilege and honor to introduce today's esteemed speaker, Mr. Mujibdin Sheikh, a distinct thought leader and accomplished professional in the field of clinical research and pharmacovigilance. Mr. Mujibdin brings with him over 15 years of extensive experience, having held key roles across globally recognized organizations such as Caraxel, IQVIA, Oracle, Accenture, and QPS. His professional journey is a testament to his deep expertise in clinical operations, regulatory strategy, pharmacovigilance, and healthcare innovation. He is the founder and CEO of Clinosol Research, an organization that has become a pioneer in clinical research education and training. Under his visionary leadership, Clinosol Research has received 13 prestigious awards for excellence in training, placement support, innovation, and industry engagement, firmly establishing itself as a leader in this space. Mr. Mujibdin is also a highly sought after speaker at major national and international forums, including the Indian Society for Clinical Research, Association of Clinical Research Professionals, and Society for Clinical Data Management. His expertise in cutting-edge topics such as pharmacovigilance, artificial intelligence in clinical research, and data science in healthcare is widely recognized and appreciated. Beyond his industry achievement, his dedicated to educate and talent development stands out, as he personally mentored and trained over 1,600 students, many of whom are now working successfully in reputed pharmaceutical, biotech, and CRO organizations around the globe. We are truly honored to have him with us today. I am confident that his insights will be deeply enriching for all attendees, especially our aspiring pharmacy professionals. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Mujibuddin Seth, sir. Welcome, sir. Please, sir.
Thank you, Purushottam sir, because you were very busy on the eve of the exams and all, but we tried to get into on time. So we have 100 people watching in YouTube and 100 people watching in Zoom. So today's is wonderful session, which I'm going to take it. So I'll speak more about today, what are the different latest technology we have and what are the activities we have and how we are going to take it forward. Lokesh, if possible, can you share your screen and share the slides, or allow me a minute of time so that I can share the screen. So today my topic is more on the latest trends and technologies, what we are going to look in the future, how the pharmacy as a career is going to be changed. The pharmacy earlier was only known for its dispensing works or its manufacturing works or activities which are being only dealt for research and development or medical shops or hospital or faculties. Now, how the technology has grown, what is the different level of work activities and career opportunities we are having? I'm going to look into this activities today, and I'm going to explain how are we going to take it forward for the next level of pharmacy career. So without any delay, let me share my screen. Loki, please stop sharing. Okay, so I'll share my screen. Okay, so hopefully my screen is visible. Can anyone confirm if my screen is visible? Please?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Rajni. Okay, so my today's topic is about the latest technology and careers, particularly with respect to pharmacy and how the pharmacy as a career has grown and how it has been launched or how the things have been changed. So give me 1 minute. So the slides are being shared shortly. So I'll start this discussion. That pharmacy earlier was just to be used for treatment of diseases or how a patient can be given treatment and counseling of the diseases. But now going forward, it's not the same how we are going to look the pharmacy as this career. Laukik, can you share the screen by any chance? Because I'm not able to share my slides. Can you quickly do
Just
it
a moment.
for
Just a
me?
moment.
Okay, give me 1 minute, guys. My slides are not working. Lokik, are you sharing the screen?
Yes, sir, we are sharing. Just a moment.
Okay. Allow us 1 minute of time, guys. We are sharing the screen. Okay. So thank you for patient listening, and I would like to thank the KLR College of Pharmacy for initiating this discussion about how the pharmacy career and the latest trends and technologies used in pharmacy career. Uma, can you make it as full screen, please, for me? Uma, slideshow. Next slide. Lokik. Okay, thank you. So my discussion starts from here. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry for all technical glitches. The first point we are going to discuss about what is the revolutionizing the healthcare, the technology transformation from discovery to delivery, exploring what are the cutting edge innovations we are having reshaping of the healthcare. Earlier, we were only used to be on discovery and also on marketing and sales and dispensing. But now from the discovery to delivery, how technology is being driven and how the revolutionizing the healthcare system with the technology transformation we are going to discuss. Next slide. Yeah. So mostly today's journey, what I'm going to cover is the first one, the technology revolution. What are the things which got revolutionized for particularly in clinical research or healthcare sectors? That's the first one, which is technology revolution, AIs, wearables, precision medicines, transforming the healthcare. The first one is artificial intelligence, which in turn called as chatbots or any kind of automations which are being used to reduce the regular activities. That's a AI. The second one, which is most important point, which is called as wearables and sensors. The watches or the sensors which are being put into capsules or taking a capsule which has a chip inside and gave the message to the system that capsule was being taken, which is called a sensor based or smart. The third one, which is precision medicine, individual based treatment based on his physical activity, mental activities, and also his social performance and based on his omics presence. That's a precision medicine. There are three revolutionizing technology. How are we going to look into it? The second most point is global landscape. The US FDA and EMEA and India has got into an integrated aspect to harmonize the regulations, how the legal regulations can be worked out on it, which is called as global landscape, market trends and growth and opportunities worldwide. And the last one, what are the different career pathways you have, bridging the skill gaps, and also the future for the success. That's what we are going to discuss today in today's journey of three parts. Next slide. Yeah, so the first point, the medical technology evolution. How was the past? How was the future? So that's what we are going to discuss. How was the past? The first one, we were having more of patient-based data, which is on paper. We used to write on paper-based information on paper-based data. That's the first point, which is on past. The second one, isolated clinical trial. Only few people used to participate in clinical research or clinical trials. That's the second one. The third one size fit for all, one drugs fit for all, one dose fit for all. The fourth one, limited patient involvement was there. So patient was not much involved into the participation into clinical trial and how he can continue into clinical trial. So that was limited patient involvement. But now currently it is AI powered diagnosis. That's the first one. which can be like, say, for example, if your patient gets an image, you put an image on the software, then it gives you information that what disease condition he is undergoing and what treatment can be given to the patient, which is called as DTX, digital therapeutics. The futuristic treatment is pharmacy plus science plus technology is your DTX. That's what is the future for you. The second one, decentralized participation of clinical trial, where every patient home can participate in as a hospital. Earlier, we used to say there is a centralized hospital and there is a centralized lab. There is a centralized doctor who is sitting and we have to run to a doctor or a hospital or a lab. But now things got very diluted, diverted, saying that every patient home can become a hospital or a site where they can participate and they can continue to participate into clinical trial. That's the second point. The third point, one size fits for all. No, it's always precise medications based on his physical activity, his mental activity, the severity of disease, his previous allergic condition, his all omics conditions. We are giving a precise medication treatment. That's what is the second or third one. The fourth one, last important, earlier patient was not involved into clinical trial much, but now patient is considered as a partner in the treatment because patient has to continue to take a drug. It's not a doctor or a pharmacist or a pharmacist who is to go and give the drug, but it's a patient who becomes a partner into a particular studies where patient can give the noise and voice saying that he wants to do and what exactly he has to continue and what are the adverse events he is facing. So that's the most important, the past and the present. The past paper-based, now it is AI-powered. The past isolated, now it is decentralized. Now past, it is one size fit for all. Now it is medicine. Past, it's limited patient interaction. Now it is patient as a partner. Next slide. Yeah. So this is most interesting slide, which is AI revolution in healthcare. AI has gave so much opportunity for us. Now, already I have said that technology plus pharmacy is your DTX, digital therapeutics. Going forward, there might be some conditions where pharmacist and doctor is giving a treatment along with prescription of one app or one wearable or one device, wherein it continuously gives a monitoring, it continuously gives a follow-up, it continuously gives a reminders, it continuously assess your glucose parameters or vital sign parameters and changes or doses, your dose based on the severity of the diseases, and it's not one which going to be suit for all. So the AI revolution in healthcare, which is the biggest one, the first one, diagnostic accuracy. Earlier, human being has to review an image or a scan or an X-ray and has to review the data and give the diagnosis. But now the future is the AI system is going to outperform the traditional methods of diagnosing the disease. Now, say, for example, if you have a lab result, if you put it into a system, it will understand that it will give that these are the diseases you might have. You can diagnose it with lesser error, lesser time, lesser money, and lesser effort is something the diagnostic accuracy. And the second very much important point, 67% of time can be reduced in drug discovery, because in drug discovery, you have target identification, molecule identification, and target to molecule addictions or affinity, and then you have to go into clinical studies. But now the molecule identification from the huge library can be pulled in by using virtual screening. The next one, the receptor identification, where it is having more affinity, can be pushed in immediately. So that's what is time is reduced for the discovery time, or the preclinical or discovery timelines has been reduced. The cost saving, 40% of cost saving is being done in clinical development or clinical study, where you can optimize the protocols, where you can increase the number of subjects and go for the next level of the studies. That's what cost saving can be done with the help of AI revolution, particularly in discovery and also in terms of pharmaceutical industries. Next slide. Okay, so wearable health technologies, the future of patient monitoring. This is very interesting story. The watches which are being given here is called as wearable technology. So global market has been grown so much because the future patient monitoring is about all which is called as wearables. That's what is more important for the futuristic aspect, wherein the future patient monitoring can be done by the patients only, which is wearable devices. Like say, for example, global market is projected to reach to 58 billions by 2025 with the extraordinary of 370 or 34% of annual growth rate, enabling 24/7 real-time health monitoring. It means that when you have a watch 24/7, it is covering your what is the monitoring activities and all those things continuously. It can give for prevention of diseases and also to chronic diseases. Because, for example, I'll give an example. There is an wearable device where we call it as Sleepio, wherein it manages your sleep model, duration of sleep, and the severity of a sleep. The level of a deep sleep you are having also it can monitor after taking a drug which induces sleeping. So that's what is the real-time health monitoring 24/7. Empowering the patients with unprecedented access to the healthcare and their own data. They becomes their own boss, they become their own kings, that I am having my own data and I will feel more motivated to participate into studies or to participate into decision making. So the future is all about this one, which is wearable health technologies, the future of patients. Next slide. Decentralized clinical trials. The decentralized clinical trials are the traditional site-based was there earlier, but now every patient does not come to a hospital. So that's where the decentralized clinical trials are coming into picture, where there is a limited accessibility and the high cost is involved for centralized clinical trial. But now when it is decentralized, you have very less amount of travel and money to be for the patient to do. Patient can participate at the local hospital, local lab, give the data centrally. We can monitor the data with the use of apps and technologies where telemedicine, telepharmacy, and blockchain technology can be utilized for participating into clinical trials. That's what is more important aspect for decentralized clinical trials. So there is one more thing which is hybrid approach. There are some visits where patient can go at a hospital. There are some visits where patient has to go at home only. So it can be both. Like say, for example, combining site visits, hospital visits, and remote monitoring. Both can be performed by using decentralized clinical trial. The last one is fully centralized. So the fully centralized is you don't need to go to a hospital to participate into any of the clinical investigation and studies. This is more difficult trial to be conducted because when you go ahead, you might have more important activities. Like there are some investigations has to be conducted at the hospital only. You cannot conduct at the home, patient home. Next slide. The precision medicine breakthrough. So this is very important. One shirt does not suit, one drug does not suit, one dose does not suit. So meaning that one size does not fit for everyone, which is called as targeted treatment. 64% of a drug is now developed using biomarkers. The available biomarkers, digital biomarkers, the endpoints are being identified, which can give more efficacy and more safety is important for your life, which is called as precision medicine breakthrough. Remember, the future is not about the medicines, future is about the devices, future is about the biologics, future is about the vaccines, future is about the nutraceutical, future is about the cosmetic product and not just a drug or a medicine. So the future is more inclined towards how devices and vaccines or biologics or nutraceuticals can be identified or can be discovered. It's not that one drug suits for all and one treatment suits for all. It's more of life-threatening diseases, life-endangering, life-saving diseases, orphan diseases, and the diseases which has last a very less survival status. Say, for example, some of the cancers have very less survival status. How can we get molecules with respect to this is more important. Precision medicine is one drug does not fit for all. One medicine does not fit for all, wherein the future is about individual based treatment to the subjects. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, virtual reality in healthcare. This is very interesting story. Virtual reality in healthcare, wherein we call it as VR. VR is virtual reality for healthcare, wherein we can use this glasses, virtual reality glasses, for remote providing treatments, and patient can take the medications remotely, and doctors can do surgeries remotely. Say, for example, I'll put it as virtual reality. The future is on all virtual reality or virtual trials. The first one, in future, they might provide the surgical training by VRs. It means that you can have a VR glass and it will show you that how much you have to cut the skin, which vein or which nerve you have to put it, wherein which organ has to be touched, what exactly has to be done. It can be given by surgical training, which is surgical trainings application for VR. The second one, pain management. It can reduce the pain management. It can be used for the pain management and diseases. The third one, rehabilitations. The rehabilitations, the mental health conditions or rehabilitations or withdrawal symptoms of any narcotic drugs or something like that. You can take it as rehabilitation. The fourth one is mental health treatments. You can get mental health treatment with virtual reality. It can give reminders. It can give the dose and dosage and how it has to be taken and delivered also can be explained for mental health treatments. The last one, patient recruitment. The ICF can be taken, informed consent form from the patient can be taken to participate in clinical trial from the patients virtually, wherein they can take virtual reality in healthcare. Next slide. Okay, so discovery revolution. So 19th and 2000, it was just a high throughput screening. 10 to 15 years of developmental time was there. It was a high time and failure rate was so much high. But while it comes for 2010, the computational methods and genomic integration came into picture. The computational methods and the genomic came into picture, wherein they were able to integrate the genomes with respect to the treatment, which is called as pharmacogenomics. The last one, 2020, it is AI powered discovery, 50% of faster development times. Next slide. The regulatory evolution. There were FDAs and EMEAs and other people. We are speaking so much of technology, including AI technology, wearable technology, blockchain technology, Hadoop technology, big data technology, and data integration technology, multiple devices, and all those things we are speaking nicely. But what about regulations? What about regulatory bodies and regulatory aspects? The first one, the key changes the regulatory has become the adaptive licensing pathways. It means that if you bring a molecule or a system or a software, it is taking an adaptive method that how you started, how you are ending, it is not looking at it. That interim analysis report also they are taking and they are approving it. In middle also you can change your designs. In middle also you can update your designs and work on it. The next one, real world evidence studies. The real world data wherein the patient is taking outside of the market in real time, how they are taking the patient data, how they are using the medications, which is called as real world evidence data. So this has been accepted by regulatory authorities and they are asking for more studies to be conducted on real world, because off label it can be going ahead, label expansion can be going ahead. We can continuously understand the efficacy and safety of human beings. All those things are being taken care. The third most important point, which is called as digital endpoint validation. So the digital endpoint validation is being taken into regulatory evolutions. And the last one, patient reported outcome focus, is being taken into consideration, wherein the patient is giving quality of life and outcome of the patient, the participation into trial is being given. That also is being taken into consideration, which is called as your regulatory evolutions. Next slide. Yeah. What are the different stakeholders? The first one, sponsor, then investigator, and then regulators, and then you have one of the best thing to be done is patients. The patients can be participating, and doctors can be participating, sponsors can be participating, and regulators can be participating. So this is what is more important for conducting of your clinical trial. So there are investigators who can conduct the clinical trial. There are sponsors who are initiating the clinical trials. There are patients who are participating into clinical trials. There are regulatory authorities who are doing this clinical trials, wherein the different kind of activities can be approved by your regulatory authorities. Next slide. Yeah, so patient centricity. So the patient centricity is patient is taken into consideration as a partner. Patient is not considered as just a patient to give treatment, but patient is considered as a partner. So how patient centricity can be revolutionized and how it is being said. Like say, for example, tomorrow patient might come and say that, okay, these are my diseases, these are my conditions. Can you give treatment? I want to continue the treatments. So digital engagements, patient can be taken into digital engagement by using digital portals, apps, communication platforms. Electronic diaries, the outcome of patient can be captured in electronic diaries, real-time symptoms and experiencing tracking can be done. The study design inputs can be taken, EHR and EMR. EHR and EMR are the patient-related information, which is medical records and health records. Now, say, for example, X-ray, ECG, prescription reports, insurance report, and pharmacy reports, and all the previous medical history, surgical history, all those things comes into your EHR and EMR. The last one is wearables integration. So this all together are called as patient centricity revolution. When a patient uses most of things, these are the outcomes which we'll have. So the biggest challenge which we are having, data integration challenge. See, I'll tell you a story that patient does not come with a small amount of information, which is called as signs and symptoms. Patient is coming with his signs and symptoms, and he is coming and telling his physical activity, what he is doing. He is coming and telling that his mental activity. He is coming and telling about how he is feeling emotionally, and also all those activities he's coming and telling along with EHR data, EMR data, lab data, and ECG data, and scan data, images data, and his all previous medication histories and drug histories, allergic histories, and his signs and symptoms. Now, the data integration is so good, saying that how big we have data and how we can integrate the data. So that's what you call it as data integration challenges. So are you ready to solve the healthcare biggest data problems? Yes, 76% of healthcare organizations struggling with data interpretability, wherein they are unable to interpret the data, integrate the data, and come up with a meaningful answers with the data. So that's a future wherein the important aspect is coming with respect to data integration. Next slide. Yeah, so this is one of the interesting story, automated medication system. So automated medication system is the one which can dispense the molecules, dispense the drugs. You don't need a pharmacist going forward. You can get automatic dispensing of the drug with a QR code of a prescription. You just go and scan it. Automatically, you will get a drug based on the prescription, the image what is been given. Say, for example, robotic dispensing can be done. Smart pill device, already have said, the device which is connected in a pill. The third one, connected delivery systems. The fourth one, adherence monitoring, wherein, for example, you have a glucose parameter as a pill, which can be attached here, and then it continuously monitors the glucose and gives the suggestions that what diet should be taken and what drug should be taken and how it has to be taken. So the future is all about technology, how it is going and changing the things. Next slide. The global digital health market from 2018 to 25, it has drastically grown. It has changed. It's $95,000 to $380,000 currently its valuation. Next slide. Yeah, investment trends in healthcare where companies are investing. First one, they are investing in AI/ML. All the bigger pharma companies are investing in this area. Second one, they are investing in digital therapeutics, not just a pill. Pill plus device is digital therapeutics. Pill plus software, it is called as digital therapeutics. Last one, telehealth. The remote care platforms can be used, which is 25% of telehealth can be used. The Indian healthcare technology market, it's growing like anything left, right, and center. The technology market has given a lot of openings for youngsters, and it is 47,500 projected to reach and it is in the world, it is going to be the second fastest growing healthcare market. Next slide. What are the career opportunities? So these are the career opportunities you have. You have in clinical research, CRA and CRC, and the clinical operations. The PV, which is pharmacovigilance. The second one, third one, regulatory affairs, which is CTD submissions. The fourth one, medical writing, wherein they develop the medical writing documents. And fifth one is digital technologies. And sixth one is clinical data management. So clinical research, CDM, PV, medical writing and regulatory affairs, and digital trial management system, which is RTSMs. Next slide. Yeah, evolution of roles. Earlier it was site monitoring and paper verification. Now it is remote monitoring and data analytics. Earlier it was database maintenance and queries. Now it is AI data cleaning and predictive analytics. Earlier it was protocol drafting and reports. Now it is called as digital content visualization. Earlier it was called as adverse event monitoring, safety reporting. Now it is called as AI powered signal detection. Earlier it was called as regulatory submission preparation. Now it is automated filling and digital regulation platforms. Next slide. Yeah, career progressions, the entry level 2 to 4 lakhs, associate and coordinators, mid level 8 to 15 lakhs with experience of 7 to 10 years, and then senior level 50 lakhs. It can go to directors and also head vice president also. Next slide. Yeah, high demanded skills. What skills you need to learn? What we are training you on all those things. First one, we are training on data science and AI. We are looking at advancement of student knowledge. We are training on regulatory technologies, the CTD electronic submissions with hands-on experience. We are training on digital clinical operations. Pharmacovigilance, advanced version of training, including aggregate reporting, is being given. Medical writing, simple like patient-centric medical writing also, we are trying to give trainings. So these are the highest skill demands where we are providing the trainings to youngsters, including the students. Next slide. The academia and industry gap. So what was the academia and industry gap? It was digital fluency was less. Now it is more of uh, theoretical trainings. Problem solving skills was less, which is the limited practical experiences. The third one, cross-functional collaboration was less, which was minimum technology knowledge. Regulatory understanding was less, and silico discipline was missing. Next slide. How Clinosol is bridging the gap by providing the industry partnership, technology training, by providing mentorship programs, certifications, and placements. We provide the trainings and placements in clinical research, CDM, PV, medical writing, and regulatory affairs. And we have students from your alumni batches where the students are working in India and also abroad. We support for you for US jobs and US jobs also. Next slide. Are you ready for the future? Can you navigate with digital health platforms? Do you have understanding of basic data analytics? Are you sure about comfortable to work remotely with all the companies? Can you adapt to rapidly changing technologies? These are the questions which you have to answer before you take any kind of courses or any kind of knowledge. Next slide. Beyond academic certifications, traditional approaches, degrees and diplomas, but modern requirement, more interestingly, practical skills, digital portfolios, and continuous learning. Yeah, preparing for your future, explore, develop, connect, and also launch. So these are the training programs which you have to go ahead and you can learn so many things from us. Next slide. The skills comparison, data analytics and data compliance and remote monitoring, AIs, telehealth and technical skills, technological skills and soft skills, all the skills are required for getting into the clinical research job opportunities. Next slide. Key takeaways. First one, rapid evolution. Healthcare technology is transforming very unprecedented speed. Growth opportunities are there and digital skill gap is there where you can utilize to put it into your activities. Your next steps, assess your digital literacies, develop your skills and connect with Clinosol. We are happy to help you out. You can connect with us in social medias, including Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Next slide. Thank you so much. The future belongs to those who prepare it for today. In healthcare technology, your willingness to adapt and grow will define your success. Over to you, Uma. Thank you so much. Happy to answer questions, but I'll take questions at the later after Uma takes the session on resume writing and LinkedIn. I'll take all the questions at the end, guys. I know that people have questions. Please go ahead typing your questions, but I'll take the questions at the end. Rajni ma'am, you can invite Uma madam. She'll start the session next session.
Thank you, sir.
Madam, you can invite
Yeah.
Uma madam.
I'll invite Uma ma'am. And first of all, a heartfelt thank you for your valuable session. Thank you once again. Now I'll give the introduction about the Uma ma'am. So good afternoon, everyone. Once again, good afternoon, all the students and my dear staff. It's an honor to introduce today's speaker, Ms. Uma Priya, who is the co-founder and director of Clinosol Research Private Limited. So she has over 20 years of experience in healthcare and clinical research industry. And Ms. Uma started her career in 2004 working in medical documentation for US healthcare companies. Over time, she gained a lot of experience and knowledge in areas like clinical research, data management, pharmacovigilance, medical writing, and SaaS. So she has worked in important leadership roles, managing quality, project, and team performance. In 2019, so ma'am has followed her dream and started Clinosol Research, which is now one of the top training organizations in clinical research. So with more than 6 years of experience in training students and professionals, she has helped many people build strong career in this field. So she is known for her clear teaching style, leadership, and passion for sharing knowledge. Now, we are very happy to have her with us today. Let's welcome Ms. Uma Priya to start the session. Thank you, ma'am. Once again, welcome to start the session.
Thank you so much, Rajni ma'am, for the wonderful introduction. And thank you, KLR College of Pharmacy, for inviting us and giving this opportunity to share our experience, expertise, and guiding you all over here. Thank you so much once again. I'm sharing my screen. So today I'm going to cover the importance of resume building and how can you personally brand yourself in this industry. Okay. So I hope my screen is visible. And I hope my screen is visible and I'm audible. Before I could move on to my presentation, my question to all the youngsters, all the future professionals present over here. One question I have is, what is that one document? There may be so many documents, but I want you to type down one document that's going to have you or take you to the interview. Please use the chat boxes because I want it to be interactive. I want students to interact with me, talk to me over here. So use the chat box, type in what is that one document that will take you to the interview. Quickly. So there will be no doubt that you will be having so many academic accolades, certificates, but that one document that will be speaking about all your years together of learning is your resume. Agree with me? I hope so. Okay. So let's jump in to the next section. All right. So let's see a reality check of your resumes, what it contains, what it's lacking, what you should be having. So many things we are going to see today. So many students complain about their application being failed. Okay, it's not getting through. What could be the reason of the application getting through? We will be seeing the possible kind of things over here. Yes, more than 75% of the resumes are rejected these days by the ATS or applicant tracking systems. Okay, before it could reach to the original human resource personnel or the human, it's getting failed in the first stage itself because of the automatic systems that have been implemented by almost all the MNC companies because of the huge flow of resumes. Why this huge flow we'll be discussing later. Okay. Next comes the average recruitment or average time spent on each and every resume. Recruitment takes 1 week to 2 months also, depending on the project timelines, depending on the kind of role, the urgency. Okay, multiple variances will be there in the industry. But any recruiter would hardly spare not more than 10 seconds on any resume that may be experienced or a professional or a personal level or at a fresher level, sorry. Next comes your the employers. Okay, so 89% of the employers are reporting the skills which are mismatching from what they are looking for. Employers will be posting something and they are looking something different in the resume. The skills are not at all matching, and this is the complaint of at least 89% of the recruiters from the pharma companies. Okay, so let's try to understand what are the barriers over here. The first is not writing a professional summary properly, which is missing either the knowledge part, the skills part, or the career objectives. Defining the career objectives is always important, my dears, over here. Okay, so if you could see the right hand of my screen, you can see a poorly drafted or crafted resume and a neatly crafted resume. Right from the font selection, right from the way you are, mentioning your text or writing your text, right from the sections, right from the order. If I'm asking you to give a patient story, how are you going to write it? Will it have an order or it will be haphazard? Patient discharge first, then comes the patient history. You're not going to write in this order when it comes to a patient, right? You'll be very careful. You'll be starting with the patient's journey with that kind of a disease, when it has started, how it has started, right? What kind of a treatment the patient has received, what things have made him to get admitted in the hospital, right? What kind of treatment has been given to that patient, how he has got cured, what is the discharge plan, right? So you will have everything in a chronological order of the events. The very same way when you are drafting your resume, you have to follow a certain order. You have to understand what is that order. Okay, do not put the things here and there. Next comes the educational qualifications and the certifications that you have. Then comes your technical skills. Then comes your experiences, not always the industry experience. It can be an internship also, or any project that you have handled before you could get into the job role as per the job description. Okay, so always have a professional summary of at least 3 to 4 lines, not more than that, which should be containing about your educational background and the kind of skills that you have, and what are you anticipating with this job role. What do you want to do in the future? I should be understanding that in the next year, 5 years or 10 years, where this person is landing up. If I'm not getting that kind of a frame in my mind that, okay, this person is not future oriented, then definitely I may not be selecting you, or any HR would be liking that kind of a profile. And especially the topmost section above the professional summary should be containing your first name and last name, right? And your mail ID and your contact information. The mail ID should be always your first name dot last name. Do not put any fancy kind of mail IDs over there. Always be professional when you're writing your mail ID. Then comes your contact information. Always make sure that you're spell checking the document twice, thrice. Okay, you are giving the contact number which is active. Okay, it is having the complete network where the resume is pushed through the next level. HRs are able to call you. You are receiving the call. Do not mention any kind of a number which is not in use. Okay. Then comes your education. So before education, if you have been trained on any particular relevant domain, please add those certifications, then the education. If you don't have any relevant certificates, example, for clinical research, you should be GCP certified. If you are not GCP certified, then you have to write your education first. Okay. If you are certified, your certification comes first, then your education comes next. This is the order that you should be following over here. Then comes the technical skills. Now you have said that you have done some certification. What kind of a certification is this? What you have learned in this program? You have to highlight those. If you are going as a clinical research associate or a coordinator, what skills you have, the relevant skills you have to get into this industry. If you are willing to go as a pharmacovigilance person or a drug safety associate, what do you understand the sources of cases? How do you classify the adverse drug reactions, the serious adverse event classifications? What is the flow of the case processing, right? You should be the timelines of reporting all these different adverse drug reactions, right? What are the best practices? You should be, if you are going through any tools, what tool you have practiced all these things on, right? So all such information has to be coming under the technical skills section. Then comes, if it is, if you don't have any certification, if you're going for your traditional roles, it's not always possible for everyone to get into clinical research, right? Even if you're going into your manufacturing, production, whatever maybe your relevant job roles, you have to write down those technical skills, what kind of techniques you know to perform that kind of a task in the industry. Then comes your experience, the internships that you have done, maybe paid, unpaid, whatever it is. If you have taken up any research projects or any projects under your head of the departments or under your principals, sir, because your principals always will be a PhD people. So you can definitely do a project under their guidance. Definitely may not be like a PhD, but definitely if you're interested, you can go and ask your principals or your HOD madams and get such kind of projects done under their guidance. There are so many projects these days the students are doing. They are developing applications, they are developing tools, they are bringing the mobile applications on the well-being, the mental well-being, the emotional well-being, the social media usage, right? The addiction of the gamings, right? So people are getting addicted to the game apps and they are losing their money. And students like you, the pharma students, are making a counseling applications in such areas, and you can do take up health service. You can do so many things being from the pharma background. So what actually recruiters are looking for? This is very much important. Before you are asking for a job, you have to understand the recruiters, or you should be understanding the employer. What do you need? If you're going to a shop asking for a mobile, so you are giving them the requirement, right? That you need such kind of a quality, then they are showing you the mobile, what kind of a brands they have, what is the price range. You should be understanding the requirement first, then only it will be easier for you to draft a resume accordingly. So the companies are looking for the technical expertise, which is relevant, of course, as per the role that you are applying for. Mujib sir has already spoken about a lot of the fields or the domains that we have in clinical research or clinical trials, right? You have to understand the data management, the pharmacovigilance, the regulatory, wherever you are going. Then comes the regulatory knowledge. What are the different countries and what kind of regulations we have in their countries? What is GCP, good clinical practice? What are these guidelines, these principles you have to understand is what the expectation of the recruiters, okay? Then you should be having problem solving skills. So if there is a situation, a document has come to you and you have to process that document. If you cannot understand that document, it will be difficult for you to process that information. Definitely it will be on the patient and their health story, their vital signs, their laboratories, all these things. So you should be perfect in understanding all these to solve this problem. Example, a subject has got adverse events and he wants to get out of the study. He don't want to be a part of the study. Then you are the person who understands the adverse drug reactions, and you will be able to make them understand that these are common, these are minor, nothing to worry about, because there are medical experts who will be taking care of these minor adverse events, and not to go out of the study just because of some adverse events, because no drug is without any adverse event, right? So you are the people who can solve such kind of problems in the industry, and you can retain the subjects, you can do so many other activities with this one skill, which is problem solving skill, which comes under a soft skill. Then comes the cultural fit. You should be understanding what kind of a therapeutic areas the company is in, whether they are doing oncology studies, neurological studies. So you have to get more in deeper knowledge about the particular therapeutic area. And the research priorities is always important. Mujib sir was speaking about the vaccine trials, the device trials, right? So what type of device is it, or what kind of a vaccine, which technology? We have seen recently an mRNA-based vaccine, right? So you should be able to understand such technologies if you are going to get a job or applying any job in any such organizations or companies. Then authenticity of the information that you are providing on the CV is always important, or on your resume is always important. You should not be copying anything. You can just refer to some other's resume, but do not copy paste anything, because we see generally that copy pasted resumes can be clearly identifying the mistakes that you are doing, the kind of relevance that you are putting on it. Okay. So always have the points which are done by you, not by your friends, because it is your job you are going to earn, not your friends on your behalf. Okay, so it's not just a document, it is going to give you a career for you. So please be careful when you are drafting your resume, right? It is really going to help you to understand what are your weaknesses and how to build those weaknesses as your strengths. Okay, so always avoid any risky claims or false claims. If you have not done, it's okay. Okay, do not put anything which you have not done, because recruiters are very sharper than you. They have specialized training. They'll be pulling out those mistakes, and they may be blocking the candidates if they found it to be malicious, or if you have fabricated the information on the resume. Next comes the caution. Okay, you have to pay the caution always when you're copying and pasting something from someone's resume. Okay, so this is a real case that has happened. Two candidates have applied for pharmacovigilance position. So the original resume was described on all the experiences about what work they have done clearly, and definitely it has advanced to the interview and received an offer. The other person has copied from someone's resume and they have claimed they have done something, but when the technical team has asked the questions, the person was not able to give any answer, and he was mumbling. So it is definitely that, you know, something was not done by him and he has just copy pasted, which has made the candidate get disqualified. Okay, that definitely has damaged the reputation of that candidate. And 92% of the resumes get failed within the 6 seconds, the initial 6 seconds itself. So when we just look at the summary, we understand whether we should be going to the next parts of the resume or not. Even when we go, we understand just with a glimpse that whether it's crafted truly or not. Okay. The next thing is the ATS, which is the biggest troubling kind of a thing these days, which is applicant tracking systems or artificial intelligence tools which the companies are using. So these are checking for the appropriate keywords as per the job description. When the company posts any job description, the ATS will be picking up those points, okay, those skill sets, and they'll be matching with your resume. If it is not matching, then it will put that resume away or throw it away. Okay. So almost all the 500 Fortune pharmaceutical companies are using ATS. More companies are doing the very same to identify the fake resumes and to filter only people who are genuine. So there are different tools in the industry. One such is Workday, which will be used by the which is used by the Pfizer and GS companies like Pfizer and GSK, even including most of the IQAA, Syneos, all these companies are using such kind of Workday platform to screen your resumes. Next one is Telio, which is used by J&J and AstraZeneca. These big pharma giants are using Telio platform, which is an automatic tool to filter out your resumes. There is one more tool popular, which is Greenhouse, which is used by most of the biotech companies. So you have to be very careful in that regard. Then there are so many free resume building platforms where you can key in your information. It gives the output. You can download as a PDF or as a Word, make corrections, and then you can save it as a in a PDF format, and then you can upload. Okay. Novo Resume is one such platform that's helping you or the students, early stage professionals to draft their resume. Then comes the Resume Lab, resume.io, and Canva. These are the tools you can use free of cost. And when you are saving your resume, you have to, again, one more time, remember that, especially when people, from Word to PDF, when they are converting, they don't give the name. Okay, it will take some number. We get the resumes with that number, which is always something that has to be avoided. Okay, you have to have your first name, last name, then your qualification, then entry level, then comes the role that you are applying for as a CRA or CRC or whatever may be the role that should be there, and date. Date always speaks about what kind of a new things that you are learning. Example, you have designed your resume today and you are adding today's date. After 3 months, the recruiters may be getting another copy of your resume from the very same person, you, okay? But the resume is not updated in these 3 months. It means to say that in these 3 months, you have not learned anything new, which has not been updated. Then definitely recruiters may be rejecting because of that being not updated and you not learning any new skill within this 3 months span. This is very much important when you are updating your resume. Always add the newest dates and add new skills, learn and add, okay? Then comes the keywords that matter in this industry are the technical terms, such as the clinical trial phases, the GCP terms, the protocol development, electronic case report forms, the designing and the review, and then comes about the pharmacovigilance. And then if you know any regulatory submissions for a particular country, you have to add those as the technical terms. And then comes to the software skills and the other skills. If you know any particular tool, you can mention. That is very much important. And before I could move on to the LinkedIn, why LinkedIn matters, I hope everybody could have the Facebooks or Instagram, Snapchats, all these things. Why LinkedIn is a professional networking platform and why you should be having not just a profile, but you should be active in LinkedIn is what I'm going to cover today. And one more thing about the resumes. Okay, I want to speak the last point about the resumes is that most of the students copy so many points. The 3 topmost copied points are detail oriented, hardworking, sincere, all these kinds of terms, and then comes team player. Okay, so detail oriented, in what way you are detail oriented? So writing doesn't make any sense. Okay, you have to explain in what way you are defining yourself as detail oriented. You are saying hardworking. What do you mean by hardworking? Hardworking means, are you ready to work 24 hours a day? Or are you ready to do any task that they are saying, even including the administrative works? What do you mean by the word hardworking? Okay, so again, one more thing, team player. So if you're saying you're a good team player, what have you done to be a good team player? So there should be some justifications to whatever soft skills you are writing or mentioning on your resume. Okay, please be careful in that regard. Then comes the LinkedIn, which plays very vital part, especially these days. Everything is digitalized. Everybody wants to have their presence digitally. That may be through all other social platforms. That is okay for at your personal level. Okay. But when it comes to a professional networking tool such as LinkedIn, where more than 87% recruiters are recruiting the candidates directly from LinkedIn itself. So if you are not active in LinkedIn, you are losing most of the opportunities. There is one stat that every year at least 1 lakh students are coming out. Okay, just imagine that only pharma. I'm speaking about only pharma. Okay, so when I include the life sciences, medical, dental, everybody who are not going into their traditional jobs and they are coming here, almost like 2 to 3 lakhs on an average. And the kind of opportunities that we have are less. I'll be coming to that number also. But when I'm saying about there are 3 lakh applications or 3 lakh people who are looking for, who have who have been graduating every year, each year, right? Then where are you standing? How many of them are going for master's programs to other countries, right? Like US, Canada, or any other European countries or any other countries. So remove at least 50% of them. Okay. Have 1.5 lakh remaining. Out of 1.5 lakh, at least 50 to 70 75,000 people are going into traditional roles like a pharmacist or into manufacturing, production, right? Some other traditional roles they are getting into. So the remaining is always almost like again 50 to 75,000 jobs. But the industry has around 15 to 20,000 jobs at the entry level. Okay. So even when I'm cutting down the competition, still it is like one job for 7 people. How are you competing yourself in this market? What skills you have? Example, there is a person with B Pharmacy who has done GCP training, who has got into this trainings and he knows the skill set and he is applying. The very same other B Pharm guy, he has not learned anything. So these 2 resumes have come to a company. Which one a company or a recruiter would prefer? Definitely the person who is skilled in it, right? Who has some knowledge over the person who is not having any skills. So you have to develop, you have to bridge that skill. So when it comes to the industry academia gap, we understand it in a very, very better way. Your textbooks are mostly publication oriented and they are old. Okay. So the regulations are, we have so many latest regulations, especially after COVID. Schedule Y has now changed into NDCT, right? 19 has come, 2024 also we have got an update. ICMR has in 2024 posted its regulations, right? ICH GCP is now E6R3. So this pace is not picked up by the academia. It is still falling behind, falling short. How are you going to bridge this academic knowledge that you have on the core areas and using those as pillars, how are you developing your next level skills in this industry is the important aspect that you have to look about, right? Then comes the LinkedIn, which is your digital identity. If I'm naming your resume as passport for your job or career, then LinkedIn becomes like your, the digital identity of yours, which is going to give that kind of a personal branding for you. Example, you are sitting in one corner of Telangana. Okay, there are so many other areas in Telangana, so many other parts in India. Everyone is, example, apart from you, there are, as I said, 9,999 people are studying pharmacy courses. So how are you standing apart from all these people? In what way you are different, right? What learning you are having on a day in and day out basis? And how are you sharing this knowledge with others or showcasing that you have learned something new? Why a recruiter should hire, right? So always you should be having a branding for yourself. And this is such platform that is going to give you that professional kind of a branding. Okay. So all these companies are in LinkedIn. Name any major pharma, CRO company or IT company you have in LinkedIn, and they are checking your profiles before they could call you for interview. They'll be seeing what kind of content you are posting, how your LinkedIn profile is. They are looking all those areas. Okay. So beyond resume, you need your presence in the digital media, social media, especially over LinkedIn, with the kind of projects that you are doing, the publications you are doing, the continuous education that you are receiving to update yourselves. Okay. You always have to engage with peers or students who are like-minded or who are from the very same backgrounds. You should be able to join in those groups and understand how the very same education is happening in India. Whatever you are learning is similar to everyone learning, or is it something new or extra? How can you gain that knowledge? You have to think about that. Okay. And there are so many such groups who are, there from B Pharmacy or PharmD, whatever group you belong to. You can join such groups and you can see their postings and you can learn more. There are free webinars that happen, and you can join the LinkedIn free webinars and learning platforms. Mujib sir also gives free LinkedIn lives. You can join and see what are the trending topics in the industry. Always have a professional photo for yourself, a good headline, right? Describing what background you come from, which educational background you come from, what are your career aspirations? That may be anything. Okay. So what are your interests? You have to have it in the headline. Then in about section, you have to write a summary of your experiences, your learnings, and what career aspirations you hold. Then comes the skills section. You have to add all those skills, at least a 10 to 15 skills minimum to get that personal branding and visibility over LinkedIn. Then comes always, if someone is recommending your skills, that is always good. If I'm saying that this student is good, definitely companies would be looking at you, right? So that kind of visibility is required with your work, not just by asking someone to refer you or recommend you. You have to do something to get that meaningful kind of a thing. Then comes making the connections. You have to connect with any company that you are aspiring for. See what kind of postings they are making, what technologies they are bringing, what therapeutic areas they are working, where are you strong, where are you weak, how can you learn, how can you contribute to any group discussions, okay? Any industry kind of events that you are participating and you are posting those developments, okay? Any research papers or industry news you want to share, you can share by adding them as a, you're giving the appreciation to them that they have posted something and you are resharing that. You can do that. You can connect with your college alumni. Where are they? What are they doing? If they are in this industry, they can definitely help you out. Always try to connect with the alumni. And Clinosol has more than 1,500 alumni network across India and abroad. If you are a student of us, you can connect with all of them and they can teach you on how they're working and how can you prepare. Okay. So this LinkedIn profile not just is a kind of a profile, but it accelerates your career. Going forward, there are students of Clinosol who have just with LinkedIn visibility got jobs. Okay, the way they were posting, the learning they were sharing with people, they have got the interview calls and they got selected and they are working in AI, the use case development of AI. They are working in Bangalore-based companies and some other companies in Hyderabad itself. So always understand the problems, okay? And then you have to again work on those problems, okay? So what is missing currently in your resume? What are you going to build in the next 2 months or by the time you complete your education is what you have to think about. So we are the industry experts with more than 20 years of experience in this industry. Because of that reason, we understand the gaps from the academia to the industry. And we are having more than 100 connections with the industry or the companies. Because of that reason, we understand their requirement and we curate our course syllabus, our curriculum in a way that you are bridging those gaps and you are getting prepared by yourself for the industry. And we have worked in almost all the domains. Because of that reason, we can provide all the industry relevant learning to you on real-time databases, on real-time exercises, where you can overperform than anyone else who has not learned. Then comes we also provide the industry connections. Every weekend, the industry experts will be taking sessions for our students. You can join and you can learn more. Okay, you can validate all the learnings and all the skills. So Mujib sir has already touched upon, we don't just teach something, we prepare you in a 360-degree way. We don't leave any of our students' hand at any stage of their life or career. So our students constantly come back for upskilling, reskilling, and the further growth. Okay. So the kind of ATS-based resume template creations or the LinkedIn optimizations we have specialized teams to help our students in that regard. So these are our achievements so far in numbers since its inception. So at least 1,500 students have been graduated and we have reached to more than 50,000 students across India with various of our programs in the campuses itself. We have 87% of placement rate, out of which 84% is within the first attempt of their interview, they have got the job. I've excluded the students who are from their 4th year of PharmD, 3rd year of B Pharmacy, or 1st year of M Pharm. I have excluded all of them. Okay. Then comes we have bagged 13 awards so far for the excellence from IPA, from the Medical Association, Indian Medical Association, right? And most prestigious awards we have received for the quality trainings that we impart. And we have 10 plus specialized courses to give you that kind of a visibility in each and every domain that you are interested in. So we analyze the industry trends and we prepare our curriculum accordingly. We do the skill assessment of the students and then we guide them. We customize the training programs to them. And the document optimization, such as your resume or your uh, projects or your presentations, your publications, such kind of optimization is there from our team members. Then the network building is the other part which our team will be helping you out. So the success metrics are 92% students are successful in the interviews, right? As I said, 84% have received their job with first attempt itself. And with all the kind of 360-degree way preparation, you will be getting 3.5 times profile visibility by the industry. So our students will be getting one-on-one mentoring, so many other benefits our students are having. You can scan this code. We are doing lots of free webinars. So you can join our free webinar group and you can participate in all the industry-oriented free webinars. This is exclusively free for everyone. So whoever joins this group will be getting that kind of a visibility on your profiles, because you will be listening to the industry experts and you will be sharing your experiences and learning over the LinkedIn. So we take a skill assessment test from all the students to identify the strengths, the gaps that you have from the academics, and then we provide the learning path to you. So these are our contact information. You can be in touch with us and see the updates from us. Thank you so much for your time spending over here, listening to me very patiently. If you have any questions, we are so much happy to answer all those questions for you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Uma, for your wonderful session on crafting your career. So the way you explained resume writing and LinkedIn profile building was very clear and helpful to our students. And the tips will definitely, it will help our students in getting ready for job opportunities and building a strong career path. Okay. So we are truly thankful for your time, support, and valuable guidance. And thank you once again for joining us and inspiring our students. Now, it's time for questions. Now, I would like welcome the students to have open the floor for questions. Dear students, if you have any queries, please feel free to ask. We'll have interaction with our respected speakers.
We have given an option for the students to unmute, ma'am. So if anybody wants to unmute and ask questions, they can definitely.
Anybody? Okay, you can chat in the chat box.
No.
I request our team to share the feedback link. Dear students, we are happy to listen. Happy to listening to you on your recommendations. Definitely, we'll be in touch with your faculty. If you really want to learn something hands-on, definitely we'll be visiting your campus. We'll be providing hands-on kind of a training to you.
Yeah. Now I would like to call to invite Mrs. Rajita, Associate Professor from the Department of Pharmaceutical Analysis from Kerala Pharmacy College, to deliver vote of thanks. Over to you, Rajita. You can start.
Hello. No.
Rajna?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Sure, sure, sure. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of KLR Pharmacy College. I extend my sincere thanks to Mr. Mujibuddin Sheikh, founder and CEO of Clinosol Research, for sharing valuable insights on building career in pharma and clinical research. My heartfelt thanks to Ms. Uma Priya, co-founder and director operations, Clinosol Research, for the informative session on LinkedIn, profile building, and career planning. We are grateful to the Clinosol team for organizing this webinar in association with our college. I also thank our principal, faculty members, and management for their continuous support. Finally, thank you all the students and participants for attending. Kindly complete the feedback form and test to be considered for future career opportunities. Thank you once again and best wishes to all.
Thank you.
Mudit
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So
Thank you.
wonderful guidance for our students.
Yeah,
This
sir.
will be useful for our students and
Correct, sir.
for their future plan.
Correct,
And
sir.
we need your support, sir, in future also.
We'll
So our
definitely
students
do
will
it, sir.
our
We'll
students will
definitely do
call
it.
you, and also we
Yes.
will connect in the different platform. So
Yes, sir.
better if time permits, you have to visit our college also, sir. So
Yes, sir. We'll come, sir.
so plan according to that. We are eager to
Done, sir.
wait to see you in our campus.
Done, sir.
Thank you.
Done,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everyone. Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
everyone.
Thank
Thank
you, sir.
you. Bye-bye.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye. Bye.